Good afternoon and welcome to BizTech's Asian Midday Market Watch, powered by Austral Asset Management. It's the 15th of February, and Tina Teng, market analyst from CMC Markets, joins us out of Auckland, New Zealand. Now, Tina, it's always great to have you on the show.
Hi, Brian.
Now, Tina, before we get your insights on how markets have performed, let's take a look at the numbers first. And we're going to start with crypto markets. Bitcoin is at 22,106. It's up 1.84%. Ethereum is at 1,549. It's up 3.41%. Now, looking across to regional equity markets, we've got the Straits Times Index out of Singapore, which is down 0.91%. Bursa Malaysia is down 0.26%. Shanghai is down 0.3%. The ASX All Ordinaries is down 0.9%. The Nikkei is down 0.41%. The Hang Seng is down 1.39%. And rounding up the numbers, we've got the Kospi, which is also down 1.43%. Tina, it's a sea of red across the region. Tell us why.
So overnight, U.S. reported hotter than expected US CPI data, which sent the jitters to global markets. As the data came out much higher than expected, the headline CPI printed at 6.4%, higher than expected 6.2%. So after the three consecutive decline in CPI data and the inflation shows signs of picking up again, I think that's pretty much what shocked the markets. US dollar strengthened since last week, and the bond yield spiked as a risk-off sentiment previewed markets across Asia. That's why all in red today. Certainly, that's a very down market.
Now, Tina, given that perspective, also, I want to look at the RBA Governors' comments, which are also then in line with the hawkish sentiment that seems to now be prevailing. Tell us a little bit more about that sentiment in Australia.
So RBA pretty much they tend to be hawkish again after the fourth quarter CPI data. Australia CPI in the fourth quarter came out at 7.8% year on year. It was much higher than expected. So the inflation now plays a key role in the central bank's monetary policy. That's why the governor today's speech just reiterated his hawkish guidance. That's why Australian markets today we see that's following the downtrend of a pullback in the Wall Street. Australian market ASX now fell as well.
Now, moving on to Singapore. Singapore had their budget 2023 last year, and there was some yesterday, and there were quite a few surprises. Give us some insights into how investors what are some of the key points that investors were looking at the 2023 budget in Singapore?
The key point is that the government has raised tax for the property valuation, especially for higher value in the property markets. So this may press down the property sector, and also another side of the budget is to increase support to the low income and encourage spending. So it's two sides of effect. Is that if you provide more support to the normal people, they could spend more, go to restaurant or retail shops. This will be good for the consumer stocks.
Now, Tina, then looking ahead, what are some of the key things we should be watching out for in terms of data or key events that could move markets?
The major clue for the global markets now certainly will be the Fed guidance for its future rate hike path. Now the markets are pricing higher for longer rates again. what the indicator, I always look at the CME Fed Watch 2, not pricing the Federal Reserve will continue to hike its interest rate probably after May, but before the market projected they will raise the interest rate for the last time in March and then a pause after that. So the global bond yields have spiked since actually US reported stronger than expected drop data. So that's I think that's a mainstream, the key event for investors to follow. Another side story in Asia, probably just how China goes with the economic recovery since it reopens its economy. But now we see like Chinese shares put back again, probably that the market overreacted to its reopening story since the end of last year and early this year. So yeah, that's just a lot of uncertainties at this time.
Tina, as always, thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you.
Now, we've been speaking to Tina Teng, Markets Analyst at CMC Markets on BizTech's Asian Midday Market Watch, powered by Austral Asset Management. This video and podcast will be on our website, www.biztech.asia, as well as our syndication partners, TV stations, radio stations, or websites. Thanks a lot for tuning in.